everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm with JJ at the Bricks and Minifigs store here in Grapevine, Texas. We're going to be taking a look at some custom Lego flower vases as well as all the other fun stuff that they have in this store. For people who saw our previous Grapevine Bricks and Minifigs store, they've actually moved locations since that one. So make sure you look in the description for all of the updated address and info for this store so you can come check it out and see all this awesome stuff that we're going to look at today. But starting off here, tell us about the story behind the flower display we've got here.
So the Lego flowers are one of my favorite series just because, you know, you always love getting flowers, putting them in your house, but they always die so quickly. And these ones, at least from a distance, look pretty accurate to real life flowers. And so putting them all over your house looks amazing. Unfortunately, they don't come with a vase. So we made a little custom one here for the ones we're selling in the store, especially the used ones. You don't need it for the new inbox. But yeah, we decided to put it together. And
lots of bulk brick in the store, so if you want to come in and design
Yes.
your own vase, you're able to do that and get super creative with it and just picking through whatever types of pieces you think match the flowers well.
Oh yeah, lots of different colors, obviously different styles. You can do more elegant, maybe something more sophisticated than obviously what we did, just simple brick vase.
Yeah. And then beyond that, on the wall here, you've got tons of the used built sets from a huge variety of themes, so it's always fun to just kind of go through and pick out all the different great themes that you have represented here at the store. See what you've got available. You got some of the larger Star Wars stuff up top there, so.
Lots of Harry Potter. We had a couple, two whole complete collections come in the day after each other. So lots of Harry Potter sets, lots of some good city sets, lots of the good Marvel superhero stuff. We got some of the good Speed Champions over there, and lots of architecture down at the end. Those are really awesome sets too.
Absolutely. I've always been a big fan of the architecture stuff, so that looks really nice. You, of course, have tons of minifigs in front of that, and then I also noticed a really nice lineup of Bionicle in here as well.
Yeah, so Bionicle sell really well. We had to hold these guys back for a bit just because we wanted to make sure that people got to see them, that we get them in. They're pretty awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the original series. These are all, I believe, Bionicle Series 2. So slightly different forms, but same characters, pretty awesome. Still, everyone wants them.
And then what are the minifigs up above there?
So we have some of our Minecraft sets, Lego Movie, and then Harry Potter off to the left there. And the next case over is all of our different series. So you got Lord of the Rings down in the corner, Disney series, we got some of our Looney Tunes left, and then all of just the normal series figures 1 through, what is it, 25 now?
It's easy to lose track.
Yeah, so many of them. And then obviously down at the bottom, this is where we put a lot of our little vehicles and stuff. If you're just looking for a cool car, that's where they'd be.
Perfect. So we mentioned the bulk brick earlier. We can come out here and take a closer look at that once again. I noticed a nice smattering of brick separators inside here, but what is your general approach to how you guys do your bulk at the store?
So sort it out. Anything kind of special we pull aside just because, you know, people want to be able to find that easier, so we have that organized in other places. If you're just looking for generic bricks and pieces, that's all what's going to be in here. We have some extra pre-sorted down here, but we also have, unlike what we did at the previous store, we have some color sorted. Now this is stuff that just comes in color sorted, so we don't unsort that.
Yeah.
But it does get picked over pretty well. I think our biggest bin right now is orange, and there's lots of piece separators in there too. But yeah, black, dark gray, red, orange, tan, light gray, white, and then all of the other rainbow colors that you can find in normal bulk. We do have a little bit of Duplo down here. Not a lot, but you know, if you're looking for that.
Absolutely. As we move over to this wall, we see some more sealed sets, but then also I'm loving the Saturn V display and some of the space stuff you've got here as well.
Yeah, so this is where we can put some of our bigger Lego sets that don't have space anywhere else, just because they're so tall. So obviously like the Elsa's Castle, then you mentioned the Saturn V. But this is where we also have our kind of retired new inbox. So this is generally where things that you can't find anymore end up, versus on our smaller shelves kind of behind us right here is where our new current new inbox stuff goes. We also have a little bit of storage down there, not much, but you know.
I love this Race for the Stolen Treasure set from the original run of Indiana Jones. I had this cloth piece that kind of went over the back of the truck. And then, of course, you know, everybody loves the bad guys there and Indiana Jones on the horse. So there was a lot of fun with the set.
Oh, it's an amazing set. I unfortunately never got it as a child. My friends did, and we would play with it for hours. Who got to drive away with the treasure? It's always a huge debate, you know. You want your guys to win.
It's also a very good time to be in the market for this Hogsmeade Village visit. Apparently, we've got 3 of them on the shelf here.
Not a lot of people apparently wanting it right now. So we've gotten it traded in a couple of times. So there it is. If you're looking for a good deal on it, come on by.
Now, as we take a look over here, you've got this interesting custom display of kind of a micro scale level, which is a different approach than we see at a lot of the stores. So what's the story behind this
So
layout?
we had it minifigure scale build a month ago. And then, unfortunately, because it was open to the public, we were inviting people to play with it and, you know, add to it and stuff. And we had a group of teenagers come through and destroy it.
Oh, no.
It was terrible. So when we came back through and cleaned it up and started rebuilding it, we're like, why don't we take it in a different direction and do Microscale, just because, and I'll show you his build later. We have a great builder in our area that does build in Microscale. His account name is The Ridged Brick. He comes by every Sunday and drops off an amazing build to display in the store. So we took inspiration from that and decided to build in Microscale. So we've only done about a quarter of the city right now, what we're planning to build. It's our neighborhood right now and some little parks area and the bridge to get across the river. But obviously little houses, little cars, little people on the sides of the road. Trying to do as much detail in that scale is pretty difficult. But my staff have all helped put stuff on it. I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out.
So is this all done by staff up to this point?
Up to this point, yes. We want other people to add to it. Obviously not destroy it, but you know, we're trying to be more observant with who's messing with it so that it doesn't get destroyed in the future.
Fantastic, and we'll get to some more custom builds in a little while, but I wanted to point out all of the Star Wars stuff here first, of course, so you've always got to have a great lineup of Star Wars minifigs.
Yeah, we have some nice rare ones down here at the end, but then all your other generics, troopers and whatnot that you want, lots of battle droids. And then if you're looking for some Star Wars sets, we got those all around it on far side, underside. We got the ATT over here, a couple of the brick heads up there in the corner. Yeah.
And more Star Wars back there, so kind of take us through how you use this space in the back wall section.
So when we get into the back here, this is where, if you kind of saw behind the curtain at the previous store, this is where all that has moved to. So obviously we get to display some sets on top, but you can see the name tags on these. These are where we store back pieces and accessories. So Star Wars case has all of our extra like little Star Wars legs and heads and torsos that don't have a complete figure to go out yet. We also have like organized pieces and some staff builds. Like my brother, he has a Ryan Gosling build up there. A bunch of his different...
It's all Ryan Gosling's.
A bunch of his different characters that he's played in movies are up there.
That should be much further to the front of the store, really.
I mean, if it was bigger, sure, but you know, it's just minifigures, so we kind of keep it back there on top of stuff. Some of the other builds that we have from different staff, we have like the, I don't know if you can see him, the brown on the brown, but we have a Bigfoot walk over there, a tree fort up there with the owls, and then a duel in the garden. Zombie apocalypse, I think, is happening there. I'm not sure.
Just fun little builds and small displays back there, yeah.
Lots of, obviously, in the drawers and stuff, lots of accessories that we keep back because we have to find them to complete characters and things, but all of that is there. Obviously, more different series of pieces underneath, so like animals and large accessories, minifigures, Star Wars, all of that. Ninjago's here, and this is where we kind of display our animals, so we have some of them out right now. Mm-hmm. And this is the guy I wanted to talk to you about. Ridged Brick is his name, and he does these awesome miniature scale builds. Oh no. This
is such a cool build. It's such a unique scale. Like we've seen a lot of, this scene depicted in Lego, but this is a really unique style to do it.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. So he's done this one. He's moved into Lord of the Rings is what he's doing, but for the past, I don't know, 6 months, every other week he's brought in a Star Wars build. So he did all of the Star Wars planets you see in the movie. We've had Felucia, Coruscant, Tatooine, Hoth, like a bunch of other builds, all in this scale. They're amazing what he does. Check his Instagram account out. That's what that is.
Yeah, very cool. And so those just, when he brings those in, you sort of rotate the scenes in and out just so
Yep.
there's new stuff for people to see.
Yeah, because it's always cool seeing what he's built. People love seeing it. It's great inspiration, obviously. What we were doing over there is inspired by what he's done. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then moving on further this way, there's more storage, organized pieces, lots of pieces. If you're looking for a specific piece and you ever come in here, we may have it pulled aside somewhere, so always ask. Like this one, I'll show you this drawer.
It's always interesting to see behind the scenes and all the extra stuff.
So if you notice, and we'll get to some of them later, but we have a lot of the Lego art. These are all of the extra studs that come with all of the Lego art pieces. So having them all color sorted is great fun.
There you go, perfect, yeah. So if somebody wants a bunch of one color or something, there you go.
Marvel and DC case, and some of their vehicles and stuff are in there.
Now as we make our way back this way, I noticed this building earlier, so what's the story behind this one?
So this is something that I've built personally. And so this is, I didn't put all the minifigures on it. Those were added by either customers or other staff, and they just put them everywhere. But I love building cities, and I love the layering effect of like Coruscant is one of my favorite cities to work with.
Yeah.
So if I can do it without it breaking, each layer, oh, there's a polar bear. Each layer has a different purpose. So like this is the sewer layer down at the bottom, and you got all the sewer workers, and there's a crocodile they're battling right there. And then obviously like an underground kind of criminal area. Not many criminals down there. Then you got the city streets, and then kind of skywalks, and then the penthouse and the rooftop airport is at the top. But I love doing layers, and so that's what this was attempting to do.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the focus on custom builds and displays here in the store that you guys are doing. And I think that's always great because it really shows the public what's possible with Lego outside of just the sets that they see here.
Oh yeah, that's all of my staff love building Legos, and so we want to inspire people that come to the store with what you can do yourself. I mean, obviously, used pieces you don't necessarily have a set to work with, so you have to build something else with them. So we love showing off what we can build with them.
We'll make our way to the blue wall over here now, and you can see a lot more of the Lego art sets, but then what else do you display kind of here in these shelves?
So these are customer builds. We do building competitions. This is our last one we did in June, was summer themed. So we have some obviously summer themed builds, and then other customer builds are up top. So this is another of our local builders, Mr. Gary Weddle is his name.
Really incredible build here, by the way. I mean, I love the adventures throwback with the balloon, and then just the landscaping is great.
So there's a funny story behind the Adventures balloon, or at least I think it's funny. We got in one of the Adventure balloons, very rare set, very hard to get in condition just because of the way they were packaged. They would always get destroyed in transit. So we were lucky to get one in built. We sold it, but before we sold it, he saw it and was like, that is an awesome piece. I want to build some builds around it. So he went online and ordered 3 of them from Bricklink. If you have any idea how much that costs, you know how much he spends on this. So, and then he built a couple different builds with them as the theme of like an air blimp going over different scenes. So this is the one he decided to leave in the store. Obviously polar bears and seals, inspired by the new pieces that Lego put out for the new city Arctic series, I believe.
Yeah. And this one further down here in the corner caught my eye earlier. It's sort of like castle space.
Yes, so this was made by, oh my gosh, I forget his actual name, but Ridged Brick again, for one of our build competitions. He won the adult category with that build. And so that build, we limited to just what pieces we had in the store, what he could get. So obviously working with some constraints there versus what he normally has access to. But very impressive build nonetheless. We had a person build a Bricks and Minifigs store down there, different. And then this one was made by a little girl. She made all of us at the staff, staffing the store, right there. And then those are staff builds, all themed around fall and harvest. That was for our winter harvest theme build. Yeah, just different staff builds and different customer builds.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive what people are able to come up with Lego. I'm always inspired.
Those are super fun. I love that you're displaying those here. That's very cool. But that takes us then into our party room here. So
yes.
If we come on in here and take a look around, what are some of the parts and things that you have in this room?
Obviously, racetrack is the big thing we love advertising, just because, you know, people love to play with it. The kids are great at racing. You know, figuring out how to build the best and fastest car is always fun. We have lots of fun doing that, and that obviously takes up a big chunk of the room. But the different tables, obviously the TV, lots of bulk to play with, all part of the party room, you know, have access to during the parties that we do.
Yeah, fantastic. I think the more bulk pieces, the better. It's really cool to be able to just pick through, and most people would never have this much selection in their collection at home.
No, that is something I am very happy with having here at the store, and I wish I could have this many pieces at home. Unfortunately, I don't have the space, which is something most people deal with. I will say, I'm very happy with the way the Happy Birthday sign turned out. It is all impermanent. We're trying to get, I believe, a mural done on this wall.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we just haven't had the time to get it done yet. So we have this temporary Happy Birthday sign, though. A lot of people really like it, especially with the Legos.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Well, the whole store is amazing here, so it's really cool to see, obviously, all of the Lego products you have available, but then the custom displays are really cool, too. So I think, like you said, there's even kind of new stuff coming in with those regularly. So no matter when people have been in here, definitely come on in and check it out again, because there's always cool stuff. You can also, if you mention you saw one Beyond the Brick, you can get your own Beyond the Brick sticker as well if you come into the store here. But for people who want to learn more and kind of see more online, what's the best place to follow you guys?
Facebook, Bricks and Minifigs Grapevine is where it is. And then we do also have an Instagram, so Facebook and Instagram, and we do send out emails. So join our email list. Other than that, we are looking at doing some TikTok stuff. We'll see how that goes.
TikTok is where the kids are. You got to get on TikTok.
I know, I'm just not a kid anymore, so it's difficult to break into that.
Well, thank you once again. I really appreciate it. For everyone watching, we'll have info for the store website in the description, so you can click that and get all the info you need to come visit and check them out here in Grapevine.